Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, Kono District. Good evening to all the saloon picking the wedding at the diaspora, the Kono picking the wedding at the diaspora, and all of una way back home na Sierra Leone. This is David Bongo, the country owner from Kono News Network. I want to tell all the people them we don't subscribe to this channel. I want to tell una all thank you. I want to also acknowledge everybody where they make comments, where they try for make this program here so way I produce for make it go before. Again, I apologize to my listeners, my subscribers them. I don't be out for quite a while, and I come back gradually once in a while. And I believe say I don't able to take care of most of the technical problems then. As we go along, things are going to improve. Today I want to address an issue where now a concern na Sierra Leone since the 2023 elections. Complaints and done they from both sides. The SLPP get their own version, the APC they get their own version, other political parties and get their own version. And as a result of that, we contribute grief for let them form a Trapatheid with the intervention of international organizations then. And this Trapatheid here so not to Bokuposi understand them. The local citizens then really they just use the word Trapatheid, but they don't know exactly what it means, what are the implications then, and whether it favor majority or just a selected few of people there for make decisions for the country. And the issue about Trapatheid, the connotation, the interpretation where people then get about it different depending on which political party you dey. We don't see say generally the majority of APC party members then feel say Trapatheid they come for can't change government, and we see on the side of the SLPP for say Trapatheid they come for reform, the electoral justice and some other things. And but again the leadership on both sides no them fail for educate them people them properly wetin Trapatheid mean and wetin na the reason why Trapatheid can come into place where confusion dey or disagreement dey na any country. So today I want to discuss some few things then regarding that. So many citizens actually they don't know how they for use the term Trapatheid for describe a system who say power just dey no more na few people they hand. The few people there in this case, the one way the political parties they suggest for make them can represent them inside a group day. So SLPP get in young people them, APC get in young people them, and also I believe say I don't know much, but I believe say the other political party them, even if they are not represented, but the main opposition party they represent all the other opposition party them. Also, Trapatheid reflects how people then they feel trapped under political favoritism, selective justice, and unequal access to national opportunities. Also, communities across the country they complain for say politics then they now determine employment, then they determine security, justice, and even basic human rights. So some of them things and they with people they supposed to understand them, let them know why then they really hear about Trapatheid, not to appetite but Trapatheid, and waiting we for do for let we overcome them political misunderstandings. Secondly, I believe say we get for talk about the legislative reforms them will for take place in the country. The government supposed to make a mandatory for let the Electoral Commission for let them publish all results them from every polling station. Also, then get for make sure say the results they wouldn't publish, then for transmit them electronically for let them publish the results them. Also, Therefore, the government supposed for make sure say dem put strict penalties for any electoral malpractice. This actually na the legislative arm na for bring dem reforms and dey. Therefore, make dem law dem dey so that anybody wey fall wanting the law for hold am tight one. E no matter whether you dey na the ruling party or you dey na the opposition party, any opposition party member or anybody wey dey bring malpractice into elections. With judiciary for be very independent and for make very stringent laws dem wey for make dem punish dem people dem dey, and every Sierra Leonean for become a law-abiding citizen. Make dem support the judiciary. If the judiciary become very transparent, everybody for support them. And if the judiciary itself not become transparent, then it dey create more problem for let people they even get trust into the electoral system. So then limitations then supposed for be put in place, and the presidential powers then self is supposed to get checks and balances. There's too much power in the hands of the president, so there has to be some limitations on presidential powers over election bodies. Let president not get too much hand per the operations of the electoral commission. Also, the parliament supposed for strengthen the judiciary, and then the president supposed for support the powers the way the judiciary get. Judges them for be appointed and promoted based on merit and not for support or promote judges them based on politics. Create special electoral courts to handle disputes quickly and fairly. Where problem dey per election results, make the government make sure say they handle them case then dey very fast and fairly, so that anybody will feel vindicated or vindicated, the case the judges then or the courts then go decide the cases then very quickly and swiftly. Also, we for create special electoral courts for handle then disputes the day like our say no more fairly and quickly, and increase oversight of the judiciary to rebuild public trust. So for sake of this, I go play short music now we get for do with equal right and justice. So Peter Tosh then they sing this song. This now a very old song where they talk say nobody no go get justice any part of the world until they get equal right. Nobody no go get peace until everybody gets equal right and justice, and that is very true. We all believe that. Trapatheid system then they set them with the primary goal for say they will bring peace in the country, and then for sake of that peace they all man will get equal rights and justice. But we people they don't understand much, but then thing and day, so now that make today myself they put me most panam. I know say Boku person don't talk about this in different ways. Political parties and they interpret them in their own ways them. But when we talk about tripartite, would they give power to a selected few of people where they represent different factions, and then people they would ask them for let them make decision for the country within a specified given time, where they go hand over back the power to an elected official body. In this case, let's say like where APC been done lost, now SLPP win. So that ended then go either hand over power to SLPP, or if na APC been win, then hand over power to APC. But what we will try for say now is that tripartite inside our own country, and the political party leaders them been supposed to explain properly to them party members them so that they go understand and they not go get for above too much for something we're not supposed to be. Also, we get for talk about security sector reforms. Where tripartite in place, we need for make sure the security sector themselves reformation supposed for come. That for be one of the mandates of the tripartite. The police must be retained to protect citizens, not politicians. Also, therefore build systems for hold officers accountable if they use excessive force based on political bias. Also, therefore encourage community policing for reduce fear and tension in the citizens. If Denti also they in place, we go see say the peace and justice what they look for, the equal right and justice what they look for, the collateral they look for, it go come. If we're not sincere with ourselves as Sierra Leoneans, we all the complain, but when it comes for let we implement equal right and justice, we all as Sierra Leonean citizens, we know they play a role. We know they really apply equal right and justice. We all want them, but we know they apply them. You see, if you look into what's in the go on inside APC right now, we see they don't start for get a press conference. When they don't start for meet with PPRC, then get a press conference. APC na the party where they really advocate for electoral justice because they feel say the last election it not been fair for them. But inside APC self would they see problem the way get for do with electoral justice problem. Then they disenfranchise some of the party members them we want for contest for flag bearership. In this case, we see what they happen right now between former Vice President Samuel Samsumana and the current executive of the APC people them, how tussle they for leadership position. So inside APC self electoral justice na problem. So they need for reform than they before they self defect for national electoral justice. We believe say every party member according to what we do understand suppose forget that in your liberty day for contest let the people that now talk say they don't want them or they want them. But in this case here so we get for just bring this talk because we see say APC defect for electoral justice but inside their own whole self some problem there right now. We will continue with this talk here so. Now I want to talk about national dialogue and reconciliation. The Trapatheid is supposed to make sure say national dialogue a day a way based on truth and national conversation between the government where they rule and between the opposition party then where they stand against the government because of reasons then where they feel say election not being good. Also we for bring together then chief them, then religious leader them, woman them, youth them, and the diaspora, political parties and civil society them. Then self will become very inclusive inside this particular national dialogue. Because if we want to solve problem in a country, we're not for just left under the politicians their hand. Everybody, every sector of the citizenry for be represented, and that will make people then build trust and confidence in the system where they all the faithful. And the tripartite system for focus on healing, and for focus also on forgiveness, constitutional reform, and resorting to trust. If the tripartite system, the people that will form the tripartite system, where they as members of the tripartite system, if they not uphold some values where they bring peace, if they go with vengeance and bitterness, then it will still be a continuation of the problem inside the country. The tripartite system also foresees a civic education and voter empowerment, the entrenchment into the system, into the electoral system. Citizens must understand their rights. Citizens are supposed to know their rights and the limitations to political power. Also strengthen civic education inside school them, na radio programs, community forums, and local languages them. Let we expand the local languages and at the radio. We not say inside salon right now. The amount of languages that we speak na the radio, really beaucoup. Possibly they go to increase standing now, but that self na something we therefore look into. And therefore also promote issue-based politics instead of tribe or regional politics. We will continue for go with this. Wetin we believe say the tripartite system supposed for handle properly, and therefore depoliticize state institutions. State institutions and just like the judiciary, like the civil service, like the police, like the military, we go for pull politics come inside and place them there, because policeman them suppose for fair for everybody, irrespective of the region where you come out or which political party you belong to. So the soldier man themselves suppose for fight for the nation. They not dey fight for any one particular political party or president. They for serve the party wey sit down or the party wey dey in power and the nation. They for serve the nation. But beaucoup times, sometimes then they will see how security officers then they manhandle citizens them, and that civic education if for they inside the police themselves and the soldier man them. If somebody do wrong, whether a thief or a do whatever thing, the way they handle people, the way they do wrong, yes, they don't do wrong, but the way they handle them, sometimes they abuse their human rights. They abuse their human rights. So now some of them things and they let we copy best practices from other parts of the world, so that we implement them things and then our country, if we want let we country go before. We're not for just complain, and we not seem for implement good practices them. Every citizen responsible for involving best practices, not to just government. We are all part of the government. So if we want let the country go before, we go for make sure say we all become part of the solution. We're not for just identify problems, we for become part of the solution. So if we depoliticize then state institutions, them recruit and promote public officials based on competence, not partisan loyalty, and we also establish independent screening committees for heads of institutions like the Electoral Commission, Anti-Corruption Commission, Human Rights Commission, police and military. We put people then there on merit base, not on political basis or tribal or regional basis. We build a system where institutions then they serve the people, not to just political parties in power. Then we also get for look at economic inclusion and youth empowerment. This is the other thing we would expect the tripartite system for advocates, not to just electoral system. Then for look at all the things and they. Many political tensions and they come from poverty, unemployment, and frustration. Also, we need for empower youth through skills training. We also go for improve agriculture and entrepreneurship programs. We also go for get access to credit, job creation schemes. Them the government supposed for do that, but the tripartite system supposed for make sure say then they all come into play. They not for just focus on electoral justice, then for focus on other things the way they make the citizens themselves get better life. So we strengthen the constitution and the rule of law. Instead now another way the tripartite system supposed for work upon. Conduct a national constitutional review to clarify separation of powers, term limits, appoint powers or appointment powers, roles of political parties, electoral justice mechanisms. Then in the all we believe say the tripartite committee is supposed to work towards. Therefore ensure the constitution enough for be bent, enough for serve any political interest. So for let we close this conversation here, so I want to talk to all salon people there. We don't complain a lot, we don't point finger a lot, we don't see problems them a lot. But again, we know say yes, the government, any government wey dey in power, na im responsible for make sure say the law a practice fairly for everybody. But again, we the citizens themselves for be part of the solution. We not for left everything give the government. If we just left everything give the government and believe say the government na for solve the problem, then we were not part of the government, not part of the problem as well. We all not part of the problem. We can't expect solutions then for come from other people then where we self no one for be part of the solution. So for make salon go before, we all get for change with attitude. We all get for be part of the solution. We say we see the wrong thing, we call it out. We speak truth to power. We make sure say we respect the power as we say the truth to them, and at the same time the power themselves supposed for listen to any criticism. Some power people them, some people already in position of trust, they're not susceptible to criticism. They feel say when you criticize them, even when you criticize them constructively, then they take you for being an enemy, or then take you say you're a bad person. So if anybody within a power, you want for let you become very good leader, you get for listen to them criticism. Not to the one that way they can't tell you every day for say you good, but you also get for listen to the one that way no they agree with you. Most times the one the way they disagree with you, they make you they become very knowledgeable in serving the people then, and make sure say you balance your dispensation. I want to tell everybody thank you. We don't listen to this broadcast. I want to send as always a special thank you to executives of Kono organizations and all the membership. The one that we don't put their life and their face and their characteristic now the public for let them make sure say Kono get a fair justice. Kono people then get the merit they're supposed to get from whatever resources they get. Let we all continue for faith for Kono. And I want to send this special message to the paramount chief them, to the authorities them na Kono, and anybody where they in position of trust. The picking the way the faith for Kono, where we call to the executives of Kono organizations, they are not enemies. If we not lock them out, we not become very open and encourage dialogue, that would be a very big mistake. For let we all feel say a group of people then they come for camp spoil, they not come for camp make. And there are things the way we all get for do together, we will succeed. And there are things the way if we fail for work together, we'll not go succeed. And if we want to let Kono go before, we all get for work together. Whether we are in agreement with each other or we dey at loggerheads with each other, the fact is that we need each other because we get a common goal when for the development of Sierra Leone, and particularly so now the development of Kono district. Again, thank you to me listeners them, me viewers them. When I don't listen to me, I'd encourage you to subscribe if you have not been done subscribe yet. And when I also provide comments, because I will encourage you to comment them inside this broadcast. Thank you very much and good night. Mina David Bombo, the country owner from Kono News Network.